Hey, this is Matt for AVNation.tv. We're here in sunny Orlando, Florida for InfoComm 2019. We're here in the Peerless-AV booth with my friend Brian. Brian, how you doing?
I'm doing great. Fantastic.
Thank you so much for having us in. Looking forward to talking about some of the newest and greatest things that Peerless has got going on. Behind us are a wide variety of projection mounting products. We've got everything from
the small gear-driven
ones, gear-driven, all the way over to large format, incredibly supportive projection mounts. Some people might say projection's dying, projection's out. Why are we even considering starting this interview off talking about projection mounting? But it's still a really big part of business. It's really a big part of everyday things that you can just sell, move, and make money at. Why are we dedicating time to this?
It's the bread and butter. Everybody gets excited about the new buzz of electronics, from direct view LED to projection mapping and others, but people sometimes don't realize that, you know, just the core of everything, just the mounting structures are so important and integral to the installation. And so what we wanted to highlight here is, don't forget about the large format projector mounts. Yeah, obviously we do a large volume of the smaller projector mounts for years and decades. Those have been going great. But as some of those have been replaced by large format interactive touch displays, now all of a sudden these laser-based projectors that are getting upwards of 250 pounds, like the one right behind you, those need to have some pretty robust mounting structures. And people have kind of walked away from that in the accessory business. We have not. We wanted to really highlight that here at the show, along with all of our other products. But this is a core to our business.
Yeah. Let's talk about some of the other new things that you're showing today, because again, these are exciting. When we start looking at the other side of the wall, you've got some in-wall boxes, which, again, sometimes you might overthink that, you might overlook that, not really want to invest a lot of time or money into, but it's a big part of just how you get things done. Tell us a little bit about those boxes, and tell us why you spent so long working on making them right.
Okay, so yeah, in-wall boxes had been something we've been doing for many years, but they were big and they were meant to house the plasma mount inside of it, not necessarily the back media boxes, electronics. So now, for the past couple of years, our engineers and product managers have been researching and developing new in-wall boxes that can be done pre-construction, post-construction, to wood studs, metal studs, and even just straight to drywall. Right. So that they can house and hide all of the electronics behind it. They're paintable, they have knockouts, they're fire rated, they're UL listed, and they also have one that actually integrates a mount on it on the outside. Right. Because everybody wants to get that display to the point where it almost is flush with the wall, and so now our in-wall boxes can do that. That's why we've decided, again, focus on the bread and butter, which is the core, the heart of our company, which is mounting solutions.
So one of the things that really caught my eye when we were looking at the back boxes was, as most people who have ever installed one or worked with an electrician on one, they hate the little knockout for the electrical box, because getting that receptacle in the handy box down into that with more than one BX or Romex in it just is next to impossible without hacking up the box. Your approach is different. Where did you develop that? How did that come to be? But also, why did you take the extra step to do that?
So it came to be because we asked a lot of the installers
about
what they're looking for, what are their biggest challenges. Now the hard thing is, you ask 10 installers about what their biggest challenges are, you're going to get 12 answers.
Yes.
Because they multiply.
Wait, it's this one. No, wait, it's another thing.
Exactly. But what we realized was, in order to try and accommodate, like, everybody wanted different sizes and different shapes and everything, what we ended up doing is, the beauty is, by helping us make different sizes, we can cut those plates out separately. So we can actually have them almost as different cover plates and have them, but the beauty that kind of came from that was, it's a separate piece that can come out, and the electrical can bring out the cables, and they can leave a whip outside the room, and just to have that out there, and the installer can come in and kind of connect those things and then drop them in, and it's not having to wait on an electrician or a construction guy to do his part together, because we know that in some cases construction projects, nobody wants to work at the same time.
No.
The electrician says, let me get my stuff done, you can come in. Contractor says, let me get my stuff, then you can come back. This way they can actually accomplish the project much more simple.
Yeah, and it's the entire bottom plate of that unit. It's fantastic. One of the last things I wanted to touch on was you've got honestly a game. You've got a Pong game on a touch screen, or air hockey, I should say.
Right, air hockey.
Sorry, Canadian, I really should have got that. on a touch screen on a pedestal. But it's not just any pedestal, it's moving up and down, it's tilting and twisting, giving us a whole lot of features. Why are we showing that? Why is that type of product important?
So, for both corporate and education, as the projectors, the smaller projectors are coming down,
yes,
people are putting large format touch interactive displays. Well, they're big and they're not positioned correctly for all the different heights of people.
Yeah.
And so what this does is it gives you the ability to raise and lower it, as well as say if you have a collaboration room, and say you have a blueprint and you need to actually look at that blueprint with a bunch of people around a table, you can actually interact with that right there, flat on the table, raise and lower it depending on who's standing around it, and then you can actually take snapshots of the content on there, and then that's your new go-to market strategy with this project.
Right.
So,
and it's one of those products that allows you to have a great piece of technology in a room, also meet all forms of ADA compliance, all of those things that are a big part of what we do these days, but also really just make it easier for everyone to use.
Exactly. That's what we're trying to do. I mean, at Peerless-AV, we try to solve problems.
Yeah.
We don't want to just have widgets and things like that that don't really mean anything. We want to make sure it's a full solution to back up the experience that the customer's looking for.
Very good. Well, thank you, Brian. If people want to find more information about all the products we talked about, as well as the whole portfolio, where can they do that?
They can do it here at our booth during InfoComm, or they can go to our website at peerless-av.com. We have a great little 3-fold brochure that we're handing out to people of all of our featured products here at the show, and we're even offering discounts.
Look at you go!
Yeah, how about that?
Crazy. Very good. For more coverage from the show floor and to learn more about AVNation, please visit avnation.tv. That's avnation.tv.